I feel like when you go 120% one place, you're gonna lack somewhere else, because if you're going 120%, you're probably going only 75, 80% on the other side, which happened to be home.
Yeah. So it sounds like it was something that you really thought about a lot, even at home, and it kind of negatively affected maybe like your family.
Oh yeah, definitely. And talking about, things that I wanted to do at work nonstop. Obviously, your spouse doesn't want to hear about that. Your kids don't want to hear about that all the time. And if you're just talking about it, just drive everybody else crazy and yourself. Eventually, you just gotta let it go. Just let it go. That's what I've learned.
So, considering that you did get treatment for depression with your psychologist, and you are no longer, do you feel like you are currently like experiencing the depression that you once were? Or?
There's some stages here and there where it hits, but nothing. I feel like it's helping. But yeah, just certain times where, like if work's rough, or if I'm having like my stomach issues that stem from being at Banner with all the stress and stuff, then that's kind of when it hits again. Just the stress of thinking you might lose your job, or you're not going to have enough money to pay the bills, or you're going to lose your PTO, and all this stuff that just stresses you out as well, which again makes you sick sometimes. But
so it sounds like it didn't only affect like you emotionally, mentally, it had a negative effect on your health as well.
Oh yeah, definitely. I lost 14 pounds or something like that. Yeah.
Well, one of the benefits of mindfulness based cognitive therapy is it's kind of a holistic approach, which that means it doesn't only affect you mentally, it doesn't affect you just emotionally. It kind of has benefits to all components of your life. So by practicing this, it can help your physical health, it can help your emotional health, and it can also help your mental well-being. So do you ever identify any triggers now that you feel like maybe sometimes can kind of make you feel like you may be starting to feel how you felt before?
Probably the underappreciated part, where you feel like you give people so much and then they don't give it back. It kind of triggers.
Okay. Well, would you mind maybe participating in a little exercise with me?
Sure.
Okay. So the exercise I'm going to do with you, it's a skill that you can use when sometimes you may feel overwhelmed, or you may feel that you just kind of are really struggling with your emotions and you just kind of need to kind of decompress. So what I'm going to ask you to do is, if you can close your eyes and try your best not to think about anything. Now just kind of breathe in slow and exhale slowly. Breathe in slow and exhale slowly. Now I want you to visualize a candle. And we're going to sit here for about a minute. It may seem like a significant amount of time, but I want you to just focus on that candle and try not to think about anything else. And if you do find yourself starting, or your mind kind of starting to wander, try to refocus back to that candle.
What if I'm visualizing this candle, but I see designs inside of the flame? Is that okay?
That's fine.
Okay.
Just try to focus solely on the candle.
I'm just saying I have a creative mind. I'm trying.
So, okay, let's try this for just a minute. And we'll give it about a minute. Okay. How did that feel for you?
Pretty good.
Good. Did your mind wander at all, or?
No, I was actually just thinking about the light.
Okay. So part of this therapy is it's an 8-week therapy. And we'll meet for 8 weeks. And during that 8 weeks, we'll meet for about 2 hours for each session. But along with that, I'm actually going to give you some homework each week as well. So initially, that kind of mindfulness practice that we just engaged in may be a little bit difficult because you're not really used to, practicing that kind of skill. So what I'll have you do is throughout the week, I'd like you to do that exercise just randomly. And the first day, do it for a minute. And then maybe skip a day, do it for 2 minutes. And we'll progressively start to increase the time and help you kind of learn the skills needed to kind of change your negative thoughts into positive thoughts, or to learn the skills needed to kind of practice that mindfulness. These skills will be done by doing meditation, yoga, and kind of a body mindfulness as well. So along with the homework, I do have a couple of resources for you. I'm first going to suggest an app on your phone. There are some apps that can actually help with mindfulness and meditations. They kind of guide you through it, and just give you a little break throughout the day, to where if you're not really sure what to do or what you may be experiencing and what might be the best mindfulness skill for that, it can kind of guide you. I'm also going to suggest taking a yoga class. It can help you de-stress, decompress, and just kind of help you gather all your feelings and just kind of take a break from everything. Does this sound like something you'd be interested in?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, well then I'll schedule you for next week, and I look forward to seeing you again.
All right. Well, thank
Awesome.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.